Today we'll be doing Roman to integer conversion. So I hope you're familiar with the Roman numbers. So this I represents a value of 1, then V represents the value of 5, and X represents 10, and L represents 50, C represents 100, D represents 500, and M represents 1000. So if we have, for example, x11, so that means we are having x is 10 and I is 1 and again I is 1, so 10 plus 1 plus 1, then we are having 12. So it can be like this: xxvii, it means 10 plus 10 plus 5 plus 1 plus 1, so it can be 25 6 7, so 27. Okay, so this thing is quite clear. Then after that we have some special rules where we can place I in front of V to make it 4. Means we don't write like 4 I's to make 4. We don't write like this to represent 4. Instead we do is write V, that is represent 5, and we write a smaller value to the left, that is I, to represent 4. Similarly we can uh, do it in play with x also. So if we write 1 before this x, this represents 9, and similarly we can use x before L to make it 40. So L means 50 and we are writing 10, a smaller value, before this L, so this represents 40. Similarly if we write x before C means 100, and we're writing 10 before the C, that means it will be 90. And similarly we can do for this if we write C before D, so that can represent 400, and C before M, that can represent 900. Okay, so we'll jump straight into the coding part. So we'll iterate through the characters of the string I less than s dot length and I plus plus, and here we'll extract the character at the ith position, so s dot caret I, and here we need to check what is my value of ch. So ch can be either of these values, so it's better we maintain a map and store these values corresponding to the elements, so that we have easy access and we don't have to write if else statements so many times. So we can write hash map, and against the character will give a integer value equal to new hash map, and I'll just put the values. Okay, so I didn't name the variable, so map dot put, and here I'll put uh, against I'll put 1, and similarly for all the rest values I'll put the equivalent values. So okay, and once more I think. So this is for 10, I have value 5, and for okay, not x but v, then for x we have 10, and for L we have 50, for C we have 100, for D we have 500, and for M we have 1000, and we don't need this one. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, so we are good. So now we'll just need to check whether this condition is occurring or not. So I need to check if ch equal to I and mm, okay, the first thing we need to check is whether I is less than s dot length minus 1 or not, because if it is not, then we don't have a character after that. So first things we need to check that, and the second thing we need to check is that whether c is equal to I and ch uh, s dot caret I plus 1 is equal to uh, 4 or not. Okay, so we need to store the sum in this variable. So if this is the case, so we'll just add 4 to the value. So sum equal to sum plus 4, and we'll just increment my I one time because we have accessed the next character also. Okay, and we can do else if no. Oh, I have not copied. Let me copy it. So else if, and this is equal to 10. So we can do one thing. We can do a generalized approach for this one. So we can this dot char at I plus 1 equal to suppose it is x. So also, so I'll do like map dot get is dot char at I plus 1, and we have to subtract the value of 1 because so 5 v is 5, and from 5 we have to subtract 1 to get 4, and for 10 also we have to subtract this I, that means 1 from 10 to get 9, so that's why minus 1. Okay, else we need to check whether my second it falls to the second category or not. Okay, I've just copied it and I'm pasting it, and I'll change it to X, and I'll see whether it falls to this category or not, and that is equal to L or C. So in this case I'll have this as minus 10, because you see from 50 we are deducting this 10 to get 40, and from this 100 I am deducting this 10 to get 90. Okay, we can also have done map dot get minus map dot get x, so but it is not needed. So I will do else if, and then I need another else if, and here I'll do for the C value, and this is equal to D or M. So then only I will do this I plus 1 and minus, I'll do 100, because you see from 500 we are subtracting C means 100 to get this 400, and from 1000 we are subtracting this C means 100 to get 900, and we're incrementing I because we have accessed the next element also. And if it doesn't fall in these three cases, then we are doing a normal thing, just adding the value to the sum. So just in the else part I'm just adding like the sum equal to sum plus map dot get whatever is the character, and so I don't know why it is showing in red. Okay, this is the else if, and that should be okay. What? So I don't know why it is showing red, but it shouldn't have been, and it should return the sum. Okay, let's see if we have some error or not. Okay, so we have made a error in this line, and say is equal to I, and also I think it will have another bracket. Okay, here also will have another bracket, and here also I'll have another bracket. So now hopefully everything is fine. So I've got the correct answer. Let's see for the all the other cases. So it is accepted, and I hope you have understood the solution. Please like, share, and comment, and do not forget to subscribe.